I'm a pretty patient person, which means it takes a lot, and I do mean a lot, to get me genuinely mad. Which is why you'll rarely see a video of me spewing just pure hatred into my mic. No matter how much I don't like sci-fi, enemies to lovers, or pie, I wouldn't dedicate my time complaining about them for a video, without good reason. That's what my Twitter's for. But if there's one thing I just loathe with all of my heart, it's scammers. Taking advantage of honest, hardworking, or down on their luck, ignorant people just makes my blood boil. Even as a child, I knew scammers were just downright evil, and I have this all grown up episode, Susie Sings the Blues, to thank for opening my eyes. It opens with Susie practicing her singing before a Miss Beverly Jones, a singing representative who has only worked with the best of the best in the biz. Please hear the heavy quotation marks around my voice. She offers Susie her number in hopes to help her hone her talent and bring her closer to stardom. Susie's parents are of course supportive of their daughter's talent, but want her to focus on her studies for now. Which, I think it's fair parenting to tell a 13-year-old to prioritize your education and not get yourself hurt trying to catch some pop idol dream, at least at such a young age. Susie's parents have her best interest at heart, but despite that, Susie decides to just give Beverly a call anyway. And at first, the rehearsal seems to be going well. Except, of course, when Beverly tells Susie that in order for her to audition for the record company, Beverly's gonna need about $1,000 for the rental space, the equipment, and the musicians. $1,000 in 2003 is worth nearly $1,600 today, thanks to inflation. An outrageous amount of money that no child can easily come across. Also, thinking more rationally, that wouldn't even nearly be enough to cover the expenses Beverly claims. That should have been Susie's first red flag. Stop while you're ahead. But because Beverly has been gassing her up, reassuring Susie of her talent, and once the record deal falls through, that money won't be a concern for her. Susie is willing to borrow the money from her elder sister, who, mind you, is saving to buy a house with her and her husband. So after Susie hands the money to Beverly and agrees to meet her at a location that she goes to all alone, holy crap, there's so many red flags! Susie is all dressed up, excited, and ready for the audition, all for it to never happen because she's been duped, bamboozled, schmeckledorfed.
That's not even a word and I agree with you.
Scammed. Susie was not only conned out of the money she borrowed, but also the confidence she had in her own talents. And while yes, Elisa has every right to be upset with her little sister, she and/or their parents should have really looked into this Beverly Jones. Even earlier in the episode when Susie asks her, who else has she repped? The woman just brushes it off. This lady was sketchy to begin with, but as Elisa tells Susie,
worse things could have happened to you than just losing $1,000. She could have taken it a lot further than she did. Think about it.
Well, of course I'm glad that Susie got out of there safe and alive. She learned her lesson and regained her motivation to sing again. This is always a hard episode for me to revisit because con artists are more common than you think. The takeaway from this episode is pretty clear. Caution, caution, fucking caution! Set up two-step verification on all your logins. Change your passwords as often as you can. Don't answer scam calls or texts. I'm looking at you, bots on Instagram always sending messages. Leave me alone! Stop adding me to these weird groups of people! I know it's difficult, but in most cases, you can tell a scam from the real deal. For example, your bank would never text you from a full 10-digit number, nor would they send you a random link to follow. Now here's my own cautionary tale. When I was younger, I was foolish enough to nearly wire money from a number that I didn't know, claiming suspicious activities in another state that I've never been to. Now in hindsight, yeah, that was clearly a scam, but I was so scared that I was willing to tell these people anything. That's the worst part of it all. And I don't say this to scare y'all. That's the last thing I want because fear-mongering is exactly what scammers thrive on to get your personal info. I'm just saying, be more cautious, both offline and online. And largely, that's what makes me very nervous for kids these days on the internet, because when I was younger, just sharing your favorite color was too much information. Y'all out here giving full house tours, digital layouts of your bedrooms, not blurring street signs well enough, essentially doxing yourselves. At least use a trusted VPN service to mask your location. And funny enough, this would honestly be the perfect placement of a VPN sponsorship right now, but I don't got one. I'm not sponsored. I ain't there yet. Nah, even then, I'm just nervous getting scam sponsors. Homegirl got mad trust issues, y'all. My advice, take it or leave it, would be to immediately block any number that you don't recognize nor is saved in your phones. My favorites and easy ones to weed out are the people calling me about, oh, your car insurance, your vehicle. Nigga, I don't even drive. I ain't the one. They ain't gonna make me boo-boo the foo. Nothing but a waste of time on both ends. And while I would normally offer my sympathy and good nature to these people, and I think that maybe, just maybe, they're in tough times and situations, and this is their last resort to provide for themselves. But if you're so desperate to the point where you are willing to take advantage of other people down on their luck, then all I have to say to that is, fuck you.